Okay, this video is going to be on CM Punk and watch Raw for the first time in a while. Jerry Lawler versus CM Punk in a steel cage match. It was an okay match. I thought it did its justice, but I just seem to find that every week, more and more, CM Punk to me is becoming more and more overrated each time, and just shows that his spot in WWE will always be that guy who cannot make it to the top on his own. He needs the help of The Rock or John Cena or Triple H to really give him that extra push to really make himself be taken seriously a little bit more. And I say this because since CM Punk started, he really's just been that throw-in guy. He's been a tag team champion with Kofi Kingston. He's been, juggling around here with the King of the Ring feud with William Regal. He was always in that thing where it's like you don't have anything to do with a guy, so you just give him this or you give him that. And that's what Punk was until, he won the Money in the Bank twice, and no one ever talks about that because no one really cared. And kind of both of his title reigns from being that, I think, first one was just so forgettable, but the second one, I would say, is a little bit more because, once again, he had the help of Jeff Hardy and he had the help of whoever else, Edge, to really give him that extra push to really bring him from here to here. And now Punk's up here, but now he claims to be the best and he claims to be the champion. He wants to be in the main event, but when you're only here and all those guys that you're going to face are all the way up here, how can a guy down here be taken seriously to the guys up there? The Rock being the perfect example. You got Rock and Punk, and for anybody who thinks in a real world that CM Punk can beat The Rock is just out of their mind. The Rock is just a bigger star, a bigger everything compared to Punk. All Punk really only has on The Rock is maybe a couple good move sets. Maybe he's a better wrestler. Not close to being the best in the world, but he definitely has his own credentials, but The Rock just overpowers him, overshadows him, eclipses him in all shape, way, and form. And when you compare him to John Cena, I know I'm on Twitter and I read it, oh, fuck Cena, Cena, boo Cena, please CM Punk for life, respect CM Punk. Why? What has Punk really done for us to respect him? I know it's just a storyline, but even, when you away from the ring, CM Punk has gone on the record and says he's that guy who's going to tell fans to screw off and leave him alone and to respect me, show your respect, come say hi and thank you and whatnot. And to me, it's like, you got a guy, to be more specific, you got a clown who is going to go to every airport and meet you, stalk you, get your picture, get your autograph, and you won't have a problem with that. Let alone, you will go out of your way to follow him on Twitter. You will go and, during SummerSlam Access last year, pick him as the first person as your Q&A. And what else? This guy gets called out on shows and he's winning all these contests. WWE doesn't have a problem with that. CM Punk doesn't have a problem with that. But those people who pay $100 to whatever amount was paid during SummerSlam Access, you want to be a dick to them, you want to shrug them off, you even want to shake their hand. To me, that just shows no disrespect to those people who made you into what you are. So Punk's demanding all this respect from all these guys, but then again, he won't give the respect that people have given him. He won't give that back to other people. And to me, why should I show a guy respect when he's not going to show respect back to anybody else? Sure, he's a big superstar. Sure, he's a WWE champion. But, I think that's inexcusable. And you got a guy like Cena who I've seen personally go out of his way from a parking garage, leaving with Michael Hayes in a limo, to come out and, shake hands and just sign autographs for people for about 2-3 minutes and then go back. That shows me class, and that shows me that he respects his fans and that he has a great amount of gratitude and he just appreciates those who respect him and show support for him. What does Punk do? What does Punk do to show that he is respectful and he appreciates what everyone's done for him? Take a minute and think about that, because last time I checked, he bashes fans on Twitter for grammar errors, grammar police over here. He's made a 12-year-old kid quit their Twitter over a spelling mistake. That's not a champion to me. That's more like a guy who's of course when I make a video. That's a guy who's going to go out of his way to show that he's like on top of everyone, and just to get his own self-fulfillment, and he's going to go bash other people. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, to me, Punk will always be that guy, almost like a Mick Foley of the WWE. He will never be able to make it on top without the help of John Cena, without the help of Triple H, without the help of The Rock. Because those are the guys who are going to make people care about this guy. Even Kevin Nash, you know, I'll go out and say, like, if Kevin Nash is a big star who's established himself, but if he is not, you know, in the mix with Punk, no one's going to give a shit about CM Punk. And, you know, sure, he has his old little pipe bomb little thing that he had, and how well did that go? People say Triple H squashed him, but to me, you know, you can't expect Punk to beat a guy like Triple H, because it's just not possible. And even his feud with Jericho, CM Punk's always been the guy who's riding the back seat to those guys who will get them to the top. And the only time Punk will be in the main event is when you got a guy like Cena in the mix. And to me, that's the way it should be, because people don't want to pay to see a guy who isn't worth seeing. Punk's a good wrestler. He's not the main event, though. He will always be a good wrestler, but he will never be the marquee guy. And that's just the truth to me. And I think him trying to say wrestling's cool again, and he wants to be the guy to lead the charge into the next era, just not possible. And to me, I prefer Austin Aries and his whatever he's doing over what CM Punk's doing, because I think Austin Aries really has you know, a grasp of what people want to see, where Punk's just stuck in his own world and he thinks what he wants is always what everyone else wants. And to me, that's just ignorance. And to me, Punk is just an ignorant guy who's in a world where he thinks he's king and everyone else is just his peasants. And to me, that's not how it is. But I'll leave your thoughts. You know, this might be a little bit of a touchy subject or a controversial subject, but just my personal opinion, and I'll see you guys in the next video.